So we are going to play... We are going to set it up. We're not going to choose a random leader. Originally, I was going to go Incans. Not going Incans anymore. They're a DLC pack, and I don't own the Incans. We could go with Denmark. Because that's actually one that I haven't done yet. They too were also DLC. Alternatively, we could go for Ethiopia. So Ethiopia gets the combat bonus when fighting with... Let's see. Combat bonus of plus 20% when fighting units from a civilization with more cities than me. So you're really defensive in that way. If someone's trying to be a land expansionist, you get a flat 20% bonus against them. You can't really take over the world as them as easily. I think it's these guys, the closer to the capital you are, the more power they also have. So they're actually pretty good for... They're a really good defensive civ. Let's look at Herald Bluetooth. Not to be confused with, the wireless service of Bluetooth. Embarked units have +1 movement, which is pretty good when you gotta get, like, artillery and stuff across the ocean. And they pay 1 movement to move from land to sea, instead of multiple. Melee units may pay no movement cost to pillage. Okay. They have the Berserker. Hey, Kirk. We're trying to figure out what civilization we actually want to play as today. We also get the Norwegian Ski Infantry, so like the with the Mihal Safari, it replaces our Great War Infantry. And that's the... Great War Infantry is the first tick on the Civ tree, right? So it's like the first gunpowder unit after, like, musketmen. Yeah. Originally we were gonna go the Incans. And, Incans turned out to be DLC that I don't have, so no Incans for us. I've liked the Assyrian Empire before. They are really weird. They're really good early about taking out other cities. They're really interesting because if you have a great work in your library, which is a crazy thing to me in the first place, it also grants you additional unit XP. So I've tried to run them before, not to a whole lot of success. I'm not a huge fan of Greece. Who else was I looking at? I was gonna maybe try the Celts again. So they get a lot of faith. I mean, they're one of the many faith civs. One of the 5, I think, that came about with the Gods and Kings expansion. Oh, warriors. They replaced the spearmen, so they're pretty early. But that's okay. Let's see, you get combat bonus outside of friendly territory. You can pillage enemy improvements at no additional move cost. You earn 50% of the opponent's strength as faith. Okay, so if you want to kill something early, she's not bad, but that's not really my playstyle. The halls give you more great music slots, gives you happiness and culture, and this is instead of an opera house, so this is automatic 3 happiness, which is pretty stinking strong. I might choose it just on that. But I don't really want to go Poland. Poland's considered pretty OP. I'm not a huge fan of Dido. Like, coastal cities get a free harbor, that's okay. Units across mountains, the first great general earned. That's okay. Like, it's really good if, someone's encased in a mountain range and you can't get to them, but I'm not a huge mountain, or I wouldn't deal with them at all. Montezuma, no. I might go Pakal because the pyramids are really OP. Right, so this replaces the shrine, which normally gives 1 faith. This gives you 2 faith instead of 1, and it also gives you 2 science. The only thing is it does cut into your special unit as an archer. And, oh, it replaces a composite bowman, so I guess it's a little bit better than the archer. We might do Pakal. You know what? Screw it. Let's do Pakal. I think I've done him once before. We will do a small map because I don't want to go crazy. I am going to play on King because I haven't played in a while. And we're going to go standard pace. And the reason I want standard is you don't want quick, right? Because quick is too fast. Standard, it's a little bit slower, but it's not too bad. Epic, I like Epic in terms of balance, but I don't want to play this for like 7 hours. And Marathon is extremely long. It's pretty much, if you've never seen Civ before, your game pace is going to determine how many turns it takes. And the more turns that are condensed in terms of technologies and buildings, the less time early civs have for movement. So the longer your game goes, the better the early civs are. Alright, so let's see what we get with Pakal.
Your people kneel before you, exalted King Pakal the Great, favored son of the gods and shield to the citizens of the Palanque domain. After years of strife at the hands of your neighboring rivals, you struck back at the enemies of your people, sacrificing their leaders in retribution for the insults dealt to your predecessors. The glory of Palanque was restored only by the guidance afforded by your wisdom, as you orchestrated vast reconstruction efforts within the city, creating some of the greatest monuments and architecture your people and the world have ever known.
Alright, so we'll begin our journey with that. We are on a river to start. The rivers aren't bad, and we do have hills for production. So that's also not bad. There seems to be water over here. I have not played Civ in forever, so I'm going to misclick all the time. I think right click is move, right? Oh, I have instant move on. Okay, that's fine. That is absolutely dandy. So we've got some huts up here. That's good. We don't need our capital to be on. But we might want to have them on the... Yeah. No, it's a pretty good start. I do like it. I'm just going to settle on the hills for that little bit of production bonus. So we get the Atlas immediately. That's pretty handy. Alright, and then scouts, warriors, workers. We might choose... I think I'm still gonna go scout first. Maybe we'll just go Atlas. We'll try it. We'll use our special perk here. And so, let's see what we want first. We probably want... pottery so we can get that pyramids immediately. Yeah, we'll go for pottery. Alright, so these guys are going to run up here. So we're just going to miss this green, but that's okay. 20 culture, that's probably the best thing we could have gotten, because now we can pretty much get a social policy right off the bat. And so we're going to go down the tradition tree, which is sort of typical for most Civ playthroughs. If you're not playing like one of the one of the mods to make this all a little bit different. Alright, I'm still not used to being able to move with WASD. I've been playing way too much like Overwatch and stuff. We're gonna keep going up, see how far this river takes us. Now we've got some barbarians up here. And that's the end of the ocean. And this seems to be tundra, so that's probably our northern border. We will run back this way. Why not? And we'll run over here. This oasis isn't bad. I mean, we do have all this desert, but that's not a huge deal. Alright, so we get our policy of tradition. Tradition right off the bat is going to give us 3 more culture, so instead of +1 we have +4 now. In addition, we can build the hanging gardens, which is, yeah, it's okay. It's not the end-all be-all. So we're going to take 1 step forward, another step forward. There's a lot of good resources over here, but there's not a lot of, like, goodness otherwise. So we got our atlas. He's going to take a step out, another step out. We got our ruins. What do we want these guys to build? Because they're going to get monuments for free pretty early because of tradition. From legalism. But alternatively, could do it anyway. We're going to switch our production in a bit anyhow. So I guess we'll put some points towards a worker. And we'll continue on. We just got pottery. So now we'll research something else. Perhaps animal husbandry. Well, let's look. So we want, for marble, we're going to need masonry. For the truffles, we're going to need trapping. And for the cattle, we're going to need animal husbandry. This will need mining. These will need masonry. Okay. Revealing horses might be the next big thing for us. Because we can also get the pastures from the cattle. It's not like we have any need for a plantation, and we're not going to go for riding just yet. So we'll just go for animal husbandry for now. And we'll jump up here, see what we can see. And jump over here, see what we can see. Pretty expansive thus far. I like it. Alright, another set of ruins. And that's a lot of barbarians. Oh, right, and we need to switch to pyramids. Alright, next turn. We've still got plenty of happiness. Okay. We try to run through the thick jungle over here. Get another ruin. So now we already have composite bowmen. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Alright, so we still have this inlet here. That's okay. We can get another policy. We don't need aristocracy. That's like a later policy for the Civ tree. And this is okay. It's really not that fantastic either. But it's okay. It saves you some money. And there's a couple other benefits. And we're gonna bombard. So B is bombard. Reorient myself with that. And it seems we have a city-state down here. Okay, so that's our first neighbor. Oh boy. Not looking forward to that. Alright, we'll run back up home. Yeah, dude. We get that free upgrade pretty early. Someone's already got a Pantheon, because the AI gets to start with everything. We could attack, have our minor victory. We will bombard these guys again. And why not? We can always heal up a bit later. And then we're going to get our animal husbandry. We'll see where our horses are at. There's some horses over here, so that's really good. Even more horses over here. Some up here. Yeah, I really like this start. It's pretty damn good. So we could go for trapping. We could go for mining now. I don't know if we want sailing yet. Because it's not like we're going to be sailing anytime soon. We didn't place our capital near any water, so that's not going to be good. We don't need writing yet. And the stoneworks will be good later, but not until we actually have our mining done. So let's just get mining. Archery is going to be a bit of a waste. We'll see if we can get it for free off of a goodie hut or something. That'd be really nice. Alright, next turn. So these guys are gonna bombard. Okay, unit promotion, so that's pretty good. We don't want to heal. Open terrain sounds pretty good. And we'll send him back. And we got another citizen, so that's pretty good. Oh, we finished our building, that's right. I think a worker's fine. I think a worker is fine for now. We'll queue up another Atlas afterwards, because I don't think we're that threatened. There might be something crazy down here, but it seems like we're hitting a bit of a wall on this side, and there's a city-state between us. There's not much to the north, so it's really this area that's going to be our area of question. Let's bombard. Promote a unit. I didn't see it. Alright, next turn. We'll bombard once. Oh, is he actually... I don't know if we moved him in time to get the actual, like, defense bonus. We might have. Hard to know. Alright, a new one spawned, so we gotta take this one out again. Oh, we can, Oh, it's skipping some turns on me here. Oh, the game sort of does that every now and again. We could reveal iron. That'd be pretty handy. We could also do our masonry now. I think masonry is probably where we want to head. The other thing we're going to have to start looking at is a settler. We're okay for now. I'll keep an eye on that turn time though. Okay, next turn. Turn 24. Ooh, we just missed killing him. Alright, so we'll run in here, fortify, that's fine. We will want a luxury resource, huh? I guess we can get that from our quarries. Next turn. We are apparently the least happy, but that's not a surprise. And the AI is playing with free happiness, so... open terrain or rough terrain? probably open. Yeah, we got a lot of land to claim. So we should be fine. Hopefully another... Okay, we got 20 more culture. That's fine. Get legalism for even more culture bonus. Found our pantheon. And what do we want? So we could get... We don't need culture from jungle tiles. We don't need the messenger from the gods. It's not going to help. We could maybe get a bit more food from all the truffles we're going to have. We're going to have like 4 of those. So that'd be +4 food. It's not that good. Could get culture from pastures because we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 again. 5, 6. That's a few pastures. That might be worth it. Fertility rights. That's also another one. Never bad. And with the sort of interesting food layout we have, fertility rights might be the #1 thing we want. Is there anything else that really catches my eye? Nope. Fertility rights. Sounds good to me. Alright, so we'll run up here, get our barbarians cleared. We probably should have made sure to actually make contact down there. That's a blunder. That's okay. So we got tons of culture. We're really growing like crazy. And we're probably going to send our warrior down here. Just to make contact officially. Unmet player already hit the classical age. Wow. Turn 28. Classical age. What a wonder. What a time to be alive. Pantheon founded, masonry is made, so we've got our Mayan worker. And he... Oh. These guys are right here. You know, we should be okay to just try to run over here and make a couple things. Let me see, we're gonna take 8 turns. I think we can make a stable first. So my thought is, and we're gonna do bronze working. My thought is, when do we need to build the truffles and when do we need to build on marble? And in this case, it's gonna take 28 turns to get a settler done. And it won't actually take that long because we'll reorient this so that our citizen management's on like a production focus. But for now, the question is, you know, how many turns is it going to take? So this is going to take like 4 turns to build here. 8 turns? Well, that's longer than I thought. But still okay. Alright, so we're the first people to find Buenos Aires. And we're going to run right back to our civilian here. And we're going to bombard these guys again. Get all our free XP. And bombard one last time. Run back this way. Next turn. Alright, a unit needs orders again, so we'll go down 1 and bombard. Are we able to? Not quite. That's okay. Next turn. Got our bombard damage down. So these guys should be fine. They'll have no problem. Staying alive. We'll keep our warrior on them the whole time. Meanwhile, there's a camp somewhere. And these guys might actually, at some point, say, hey, can you take care of this camp? Which will be great, because it's a win-win. We gotta get rid of the camp.
Hector, with it.
Alright, so we got iron here. That's good. We've got another iron here and here. That's pretty good. Alright, research. We'll get that trapping now. So we can get both of the happiness generators going. Next turn. So I think ideally I would already have a city by now, turn 38. But I'm okay with how this is going. Alright, and we got our other unit here. Our worker is gonna run back over this way. Alright, next turn. Bombard them. Go up one, you'll go over the river. Alright, your unit needs orders. I guess you can run here. It's not like they're gonna sneak a guy up in time. Okay. Fortify. Bring him down. Oh, he can't bombard. It's too far. Okay. Alright, and then we're gonna go heavy production focus and actually, like, micromanage the crap out of this. Because you can't, your city won't grow during a time of growth like this. So we're just gonna put it hard on production and see if we can just, like, pump this out real quick. A little micromanaging, but it's fine. Quality is great. And you still can't bombard. I guess we'll get it in melee range. We'll see if that backfires. I don't think it will. I'm pretty sure. I don't want them to fortify. I want them to bombard. So we'll probably reach out for this soon. And we'll be able to build a mine on there. And adopt another policy so we can have even more gold and less unhappiness, or even more rapid growth. We'll just go for unhappiness for now. We are going to make a new city, so unhappiness is fine. To try to combat. And we're also running a little low on the gold, but not that bad. Alright, even more gold. That's why I wasn't too worried. Choose research again. Writing calendar. Do we want the calendar yet? I don't think it's any use to us. Stoneworks might be. I don't really want to look for archery until it's like a one-turn thing, although roads are very good. And we'll go calendar. Get our stoneworks going. We'll run up here. We'll run down here. We might be on an island. If we are, that's fine. I don't mind islands. Makes it easier on me. Alright, our borders grew to the next truffle square. And these orders, you can sit in there for now. No. I want you to keep going. So I guess the city that's gonna go down here, if we're gonna put one, maybe on like this jungle tile here. So that's a little close to the city, I guess. But it should reap all the benefits of this. Maybe I'll put it here. I just don't want somebody settling down here later. Maybe I'll put a... It needs orders. So we built our marble. And it's improved, so we have our happiness now. We can get our truffles going, right? It's our next stop here. Bring our bowmen down. Alright, fantastic. So they finally gave us a mission to actually take out these guys. Very, very good. Yep, just keep sitting on them. It's fine. So we'll have our Atlas sit there. They really want sugar, huh? Maybe one day they can have sugar. I guess writing? Writing's okay. Gives us philosophy, at the very least. Oh, we're playing pretty fast and loose here. So we've got tied for the most social policies. That's mostly because we got really lucky on those spawns. So here's the question. Do we want to go west for silk? There's a lot of land up here, but not a lot of better resources. There's a couple of really good food tiles here. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll grow out to here naturally. So if we settled like here or here, oh, we'd be missing some copper. So if we settled here, we would hit the copper. We'd have our horses. Alternatively, we could settle like here later on. Maybe here. It's in the middle of a desert. You don't really want desert. This is okay. Maybe here later? It's a really bad spot to be defensible. If I chose like here, there's a lot of overlap. Oh, come on. You can do it. Or don't. Okay. So we chose this tile here. We actually don't overlap that much. But it is, again, like really hard to defend. Oh, what do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Maybe we'll go... here in the future. That way we will get the bananas down there. So it'll be spot 1, 2, and 3. So which part is going to be the hardest to develop? I guess here. Like, I don't really want a city so wide open on the ocean, but no deal. Alright, choose production. Walls? Walls are pretty good. Granary isn't going to help me much here. The barracks. Reset tiles. It's okay. What's our happiness like? That's okay. I know, I'm doing a lot of thinking in my head and not really talking it out. Let's try for... It's maintenance of 1. This is free. Gold is our biggest issue right now. So let's build walls. Alright, so we bombarded there. Next turn. Somebody else at the classical era. They're still building. That's fine. So there is a new thing out here. They want a new natural wonder? Natural wonder, wow. It is a tall ask. Alright, skip your turn, next turn. So there's a new camp up here somewhere. That's not the best. Bombard. Ah, shite. Run, my settler, run. Alright, the answer is to go to war. With who? There's nobody here. We're all alone. Alright, maintenance orders. We just finished this, so we're going to get a little bit more gold, right? Or nobody's going to work that tile, and we'll get no gold. Sure, whatever. You know, it's just happiness. We'll start moseying down here. Bombard. Alright. On to the next one. Writing. Writing's done. Philosophy. It does give you a free social policy, which isn't bad. I don't think we'll get it in time. National epic. I do like the drama and poetry, and I don't know what type of victory I'm going to go for yet. I might just have to try to have a culture wall and not actually go for like a tourism victory. I guess we could grab sailing soon. So we're about to place that city down. And we'll need some help. Alright, so you're going down here to get those silks. You're gonna build a city. Alright, we should probably choose something for you to build. I honestly do sort of want you to just build a pyramid. You're gonna be really slow to grow though, so maybe you should grow a granary first. And then a pyramid. Honestly, the pyramid's gonna be better than a library for the longest time. It's gonna give us faith and science. It's pretty good.